Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome. Chronicles of Drunagor. Man, I am excited. I feel like I've been waiting a long time for this. I was so excited to get this game, and I've played it a few times so far, and I gotta say, I have been liking it. I was originally gonna go with one hero, just to try out the true solo, just to get the gist of the game down and stuff. But I think the game kind of works better with multiple heroes when you're two-handing it at least. I also read online that some people were even saying three is kind of the sweet spot, even if you're playing solo. Try to play with three characters, and that way you can really get some synergies going. But today we're just going to play with two. I got Vorn and Maya here. I don't know. I'm going to play another stream, another game of this playthrough sometime in the near future, maybe even this week. We'll see. I got a bunch of stuff that I have now. Tainted Grail, Mythic Battles Ragnarok just came in. So the plan is to get another playthrough of this relatively soon, either this week or next week. And what I'm trying to say is I don't know if I'm going to switch up the characters or just kind of continue with this campaign with these two. I would like to, in the usual way I like to play, is just to mix up the characters as I'm going along. There's a lot of characters, so we'll see. We're just trying out these guys. I'm still brand new to the game, so these are two heroes that come in the core box. I am using some monsters from, I believe it's the stretch goals. There was only like two of these white monsters in the core box, so I added some from the stretch goals just to mix it in. Same thing with the gray monsters, and I don't think we're going to see any black monsters for this playthrough. So, but yeah, let's get into it. Let's check out the chat. We got Dimitri. Yo, what's up, Dimitri? Rory's in the house. What's up, everyone? What's up, Rory? How's it going, man? We got Mike in the house. Hey, it's me again. Oh no. Yeah, usually people get a little scared when they see Mike in the chat, but for me, I love to see it, man. What's up, Mike? We got Mike Dong Excelente. What's up, dude? Excited to check this out. What's up, man? How's it going? And we got Rufus. I was hoping Rufus would be here to check this out. I know Rufus has had this for some time, and he's been waiting for this stream. What's up, guys? So, we are just doing a cry for help. You've probably seen this scenario played on some other channels, but since I am just getting into the game, we're just going to be starting on chapter 1. It's a relatively easier scenario. It's not that long, but again, I'm just diving into this, so we'll see. There was a rule change in this book here that addressed the minor actions. And I actually just looked at this like a few hours ago prior to the stream. And I'm thankful that I did. You could play without or with whatever you want. But so this is a minor actions hero turn, a rule update. So the normal way to play is there are these things called minor actions. You open up a door, you can open up a chest, you can perform your crap, what is this called? It is I'm already forgetting the name of it. Focus ability. So you could do any one of these minor actions on your turn, but you can only do each of those one time. This rule changes it so that you can only take one minor action on your turn instead of taking multiple. We're gonna play with this, but it does say that the chest minor action has been kind of changed, that when you would open up a chest, if you can use the consumable item right away if you want to as like a free action, whereas both of those would be two minor actions. So a slight rule change, but we are going to be playing with this. The game overall is not that complicated. There are a few keywords like on the enemies and stuff that we're going to have to be checking the book every so often. But that's basically the biggest hurdle. Other than that, I like the flow of the game. I think it's cool using these cubes to take actions. Planning out your actions. Some of these abilities are going to have these curse cubes on them, so you can't use those until you clear those curse cubes. So it's really interesting, trying to plan out the strategies and stuff. So far, I've liked it. Greg, hey y'all, looking forward to this. What's up, Greg? How's it going, man? I'll be playing it any day now. Minor actions, 2 OP. Yeah, man. I think it was just a. From what I read, some people were saying that the game could be slightly easy. So that was one way that they tried to implement to make it a little bit more difficult. In this version, there are also alternate versions of the monsters. We are only going to be playing with the standard side of the monsters, but you do have, like, say for the skeleton archers, they do have these. Let's see, where did I put them in this? But either way, let's see, is that the... There's like an alternate side. Yeah, there are these alternate sides. It's right on the other side. So there are these alternate sides, and they change up the abilities. I think abilities and the attack, the movement, just slightly, just to mix up the game, make it a little bit more challenging. And so there's a few of those alternate sides. You even have this like side A and side B. So what's cool about that is once the monster activates, if it's on side A, you flip it after it's done activating. Now you got a different side, so a different sort of behavior. So it's cool. They're just trying to mix up the game a little bit. I like that. I think it's cool. Man, I need to jump back into this game. It's been sitting on my shelf for months after my first playthrough. Jordan, what's up? Yeah, you got to bust this thing back out, man. How much did you play the... Oh, after your first playthrough, it's now sitting on the shelf. Yeah, man. Get it out. Give it a shot. Like I said, it's not that complicated rules-wise. There's just a few minor things, like the way that the darkness moves. That I was kind of like, okay, what should it do here versus what should it do there? The enemy activations, the behavior is not that difficult either. If they need a move to get within, range, they'll do that. They're going to try to prioritize getting on top of darkness to give them additional damage. They're going to prioritize the strongest hero, which is the one with the most health at that current time. So it's really not that complicated to activate the enemies. I do really like that. Keeps the game flowing. Tim, good luck with the stream, sir. Tim, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Is this Rufus? Nah, man, Rufus. Rufus, did you at least take the wrapping off of the boxes? How far did you get? Oh, you did. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. Okay. All right. Sounds good, Jordan. Yeah. All right. Let's mix up the items a little bit, and then we're good to go. There's not that much shuffling at all. You'll get it out one day. Yeah, for sure. He'll get out one day. One day. Where's the meme of King of Queens? Okay. So we are, like I said, we're playing with Vorn and Maya. The dungeon rolls that I chose, I just kind of stuck with. You kind of walk with through the beginning. Like there's a little tutorial that you walk through with using Vorn, using the Defender dungeon. What is it? Dungeon skill, dungeon roll. So we're just going to be sticking to that. I've enjoyed playing as him so far. And then we're also going to be using Maya as kind of like our range character. We went with the Striker dungeon roll. She's cool. She can put out traps. She can put out, actually summon pets. So she's got a wolf and an eagle that she can summon. So that's pretty cool. Let's see what else. We'll talk about all of the skills as we perform them. We do have a bow that's going to be doing 3 damage. We have leather armor that can prevent 2, and we can move 2. Over here, Vorn, he has a jagged axe that's going to be doing 3 damage, and he has plate armor that can prevent 3. He has 15 health, where Maya has 10. The cube-wise, we'll just briefly talk about this. There's how-to plays. There's multiple playthroughs. So very briefly, on our turn, we can move up to 3 places as a free action, or as our movement action, I should say. And then we can also perform 2 cube actions. So we would just take one of these cubes, slot it into one of these positions, and then we perform the ability that is written there. Some skills, they can take any color cube. And what's cool about that is the range of your character or the attack is based on what cube you use. So like Vorn here, we can only use yellow in these slots. And so these are going to be melee. The yellow is melee cubes, but the red is a range cube. So right here we have battle focus, focus 1, and cleanse 1. It's not a ranged attack that we're going to be doing damage. However, we do have join the fray. It says shield 2 and move 2, and then we can attack somebody. So that way we can actually use a red cube to do a ranged attack, even though our weapon says it's a melee weapon. This, and you know, it's an axe too. So the icon here that dictates it's a melee weapon is only kind of used if like a hero gave you an additional attack and you know you were going to use this weapon. That's when you would go by this melee. But most of the time with Vorn, since we have more yellow cubes and more of our abilities are melee only, he's going to be more of a melee character. But Maya is going to be more of a ranged character. She has 2 red cubes. She has 2 ranged attacks here. These 2 aren't really attacks. We can lay a bear trap and we can do focus 1 and cleanse 1. But we can also, like I said, since she's usually ranged, we can use a yellow here to basically do a melee attack. So it's pretty cool. I do like that. Let's see. Yeah, the insert that this comes with is dope. Yeah, the insert has been pretty good. Yep. There's just a lot of boxes. I got to figure out how to, you know, condense those boxes. I hate having all these little expansion boxes. You're just in too deep right now. Not that much shuffling. I'm already in. Yeah, man, it's so far, it's only this deck of the items. I do have the monster cards. When it asks for a random monster, we will shuffle those. And then there's just, you know, this other deck I don't even think we're going to get to. I think it's new items or like gear or something like that. But you're already in. Yeah, man. Dude, it's not like some of these other games. Not like Euthia. Not like Euthia. My favorite games have too much setup as they are. I know, Greg. I know. So the setup for this, it's probably medium. You know, if you kind of pack it in the box, you have experience getting it out and, you know, setting it back and packing it away. So you know the game, what you need to get out and stuff like that. I could see it being pretty good. Like, I do love this tray right here for the status effects. Very nice. This helps out tremendously. So that's always cool to see. These boards are pretty cool. Not that this helps with setup, but, you know, I think this was an add-on. So these trays are pretty cool. But yeah, setup isn't too bad. Isn't too bad. Ron, what's up, dude? I believe in the W tonight. Hopefully, Ron. Fingers crossed, my man. What's up? It is too many boxes, for sure. Yeah, and Rufus, you got the all-in, right? I didn't even get that much. So this is just the 2 characters that we're playing as is the base game. You don't get these trays. You do get this, and I'll show you here from a side shot. You do get this kind of tray here that you can set these tiles on. And that's what's cool about this game is there's different like tier levels, different elevations, I should say, a better word. So you can get like an advantage if you're attacking from a high ground or disadvantage when you're attacking from low ground. And it's pretty cool. It adds like a 3D element to it. I do like the boards a lot. We are also playing with, I believe they're the stretch goals monsters. So some additional monsters. But that's basically it. Everything else, like this item deck, is the same. You are going to get this in the core box as well. I believe with that tray, I'm not exactly sure. But most of this stuff, if not all, is pretty much core box. Can't condense. Yeah, I'll just remove some of the inserts, though. Is that you need to open up the door. That's true. That's true. We'll see what kind of horrors await us when we open up this door. What's up, man? We will see what kind of horrors await us. Okay, so let's just do the setup. Let's actually read some story, and then we will do the setup. Okay. This is Chapter 1, A Cry for Help. It says, a sharp, desperate scream awakens you in the middle of the night. It's still drizzling outside, but you remain dry, having fallen asleep in front of a fireplace in one of the parish house's rooms. Taken by an impulse from whence you don't know where, You hurriedly gather your belongings and rush out the door into the woods, in search of the source of the cry, determined to lend your aid. You don't know exactly where you are, but you know it isn't far from Black River, a small town in Ellen's kingdom. It was precisely by following a aforementioned river that you've come to this rural settlement, cozy and hidden in the hills among dense pine forests. Suddenly, something buzzes past your ear, and you are alarmed to see an arrow thud into a tree right next to you, missing your forehead by just a few inches. You look into the woods ahead and spy the shooter as it prostrates itself on the ground, a reassembled skeleton bearing the ensign of Amira, carrying a short bow in its hands. I am just looking over. It looks like the camera is freaking out right now. It keeps like, you see the bottom of the screen, it keeps like almost like glitching out. It just did it like 4 times. I have to pay attention to it. All right, let's just keep going. You cannot help but feel intrigued. This isn't the first time you've come across such a foe, but you certainly didn't expect to see another one now or here. After all, you believed that you had defeated the one responsible for the resurgence of such horrors. And indeed, it was the guilt you still carry from that confrontation that made you lose yourself out there in the woods. Could others also be involved? In truth, are there not creatures always under the command or judgment of some controller? Someone who has learned how to raise the dead and decided to take a kingdom for themselves? The more you reflect on these strange events, the more confusing it all seems to you. A second arrow whizzes past you, this time grazing your arm, and you realize that these are reflections for another time. Someone needs your help. All right, so darkness spawning rule. No darkness. So usually in the games, there will be you see the initiative track over here. This is going to determine who goes what. There would be a darkness card that once it hits that, there's a little spot that says rune. Once it hits that last spot, the darkness will spread across the board. We don't have this in this scenario. Yeah, this camera is, I don't know if it just did it again. It's kind of pissing me off. Let's see. A business car. Wayne, what's up, man? Too much storage for me. I guess I need to sell it. Clear italics for Rufus, just in case. Maybe it's when you read. Just one game. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like it was kind of doing it a little bit before I started the stream, but there was just like 4 times back to back. That was weird. It's never done that before. Okay, darkness behavior, standard. The darkness will chase the strongest hero that is not already on top of darkness. If all heroes are on top of darkness, skip that spawning and all heroes take Y non-preventable damage, where Y equals the number of heroes instead. This effect is applied each time that a rune should be drawn, but a tile is not placed and is called the Crush. Whenever a hero takes a recall action, willingly and unwillingly, they receive 1 curse cube as a penalty. So winning and losing the adventure. The adventure fails immediately when one of the following occurs. A hero is defeated by receiving more curse cubes or trauma cubes than they can hold, or the last rune in the bag is drawn. The adventure ends successfully when a player reads an entry that says the adventure ends here. So it says start the adventure after you have completed the following setup. Read these instructions and any other special instructions on the next page. Then you may begin to play the adventure. Freddie, happy Monday, everyone. Andrew, good luck today, man. I'm sure you are going to make us proud. Freddie, I hope so. What is up, Freddie? Need a ranking system on which games take the most space? Ooh, that's actually not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. Matthew Rose. Hey, Andrew. Hello, everyone. I just recently bought this game, and it's staring me in the face like, what's up, dude? Shrink wrapped and all. Well, first step, Matthew, you need to get it out of the shrink. That's step number 1. Then you need to punch out the stuff and start to read a manual. It's the only way to conquer it, man. It's the only way. What's up, Matt? Okay, so we have the setup here. We have this board right here, E4-F. That is laid out here. We have to place a Skeleton Archer rookie. Skeleton Archer, where are you? I just had it going over this stuff. There it is. Okay, Skeleton Archer rookie. So there's a few things on the card, but this symbol right here means it is going to go right here in the initiative track. I know it might be hard for you guys. It is what it is. Let's blow that up. Okay, and then we need a gray monster, a random one, since it doesn't specify, but a rookie. These are all the rookie standards. Okay, so let's see who we got. And that guy is going to be placed. We're going to use the yellow base. Skeleton Archer. He is going to go right here. And his health is 9. So we're going to place this cube on 9. Yeah, I feel like it's been a little while since we saw Matt, right? Matt, were you on the birthday stream? I don't think so. Were you? All right, let's see what we got. All right, we have a Executioner. Executioner. So that is this guy right here. Yes, that is him. Okay, so he is going to go right below this. We're just going to lay it right on that. Right there. Okay. Let's see. Man, this is going to make you want to play it. I hope so. I hope so. All right, so he's going to go below there. He has a health of 12. Health of 12. Let's get this out. And he is melee. He is going to go right here. So I've already chosen where our heroes are going to start. Vorn is going to start right here since he's, kind of melee. And Maya is going to start right here. So range is pretty cool in this game that you can't be adjacent. Like movement, you can move adjacent spaces and stuff like that. Range, you can't be adjacent and attack them, but you can attack, like you see the larger blue squares. That's called an area. So you can be in any one of these area spots and shoot an adjacent area. So any position here. So even if he was back here, you can shoot him since he's in an adjacent area, or you could shoot him like here. So anything in that area. Looks like the focus is on. I thought I'd turn that bad boy off. Oh, I did restart the machine, so it usually clears out. Okay. So we are going to start here. He is starting here. 12 health. So the Skeleton Archer is immune to bleed. And he is immune to... I'd have to figure out what those are, but we are not going to have any abilities that hit him with that. If something comes up, we will check it out. He is melee. The Skeleton Archer is range. He has cleave 2, so that I believe is going to be he hits 2 adjacent units. We'll check that out. And that's going to be one thing throughout this playthrough. I'm going to have to be referencing keywords and stuff. Bleed 1, that is going to put a bleed 1 on us. And slow, I believe that reduces our movement, but we will check that out. Skeleton Archer, he has multi-shot, so he is going to hit multiple units in his range. Range is 1, so 1 area away. And then, so he's going to hit both of us, and then he's going to do poison 1. So usually the way it works, like with the poison 1, if any amount of damage gets through, then they're going to place that poison. But if we block everything, then nothing gets through. Let's check... cleave. Every game should just, copy the keywords from like Too Many Bones. Then I will know them a lot easier. Just make it standard, across the board. Okay, so it says this attack can target up to X enemies who are adjacent to the attacker. Yep. They do not also have to be adjacent to each other. Heroes make only a single attack roll and apply its results to all characters. Okay. Okay, so cleave 2, bleed 1, and slow. I just want to check slow, and then we will be good to go. Target receives a slow token. Unlike other conditions, slow does not take effect at the beginning of that character's next turn. It lingers until removed instead. The next time the affected character receives a move effect, it loses 2 movement points from that effect and removes their slow token from the board. Okay. All right. You fight on a TMV grade. Yeah, man. See? They're at least trying to copy a little bit from Bones. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Oh, my God. Yeah, dude, I hope you're all right, man. Good Lord. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Okay. All right. All right, let's go with this. All right, so we are ready to rock. All right, we have our initiative token here. Okay, so we are going to start with it's just going to start with Vorn. So we are at Vorn. We do have 15 health. We originally do start at 12, but we do have this Defender dungeon roll that gives us an additional 3 HP. Okay, so we are already in his face. I say we just start attacking this guy. Now, I think we want to try to get some shields. He's dealing 4 attack, 3 attack. So the cleave 2, we're not going to have to worry when we're moving this guy back. So he's not, the Maya's not going to get hit by his attack. So I think let's try to get some shields. Let's do join the fray. So we're going to spend a yellow here. So we can spend a yellow or red. It says self shield 2. So let's give ourselves 2 shield. And move 2 plus 0 to hit. He is going to go before Maya. So if we were to say move, I think we actually move. We can move 2. So if we do 1, 2 to get a little bit closer to the skeleton archer, I think that's a good idea. All right, and then let's do plus 0 to hit. So we're going to roll a d20, and we're looking to get a 7 or higher. 7 or higher. Let's go. 5. That's not going to work. We got a plus 0 to hit. Oh, man. Already starting. It's already starting, dude. Okay, let's see. We have one more cube action. One more cube action. Let's do... I see we do guarding strike. We get 2 more shield, plus 2 to hit, plus 1 damage. So let's do that. All right, so shield 2. Let's get the shield. So we're up to 4 shield. That is our max. Plus 2 to this roll. It is a 7. All right, so we're at not. Sorry, it's a 1. My God. Okay. Well, I whiffed. I whiffed again. We do have our 3 movements. This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. I think we can just go... What if we just go to here? We might go here just because... We might go here just because if he's going to attack the strongest, which is still us. So when he moves, he's going to be right here. We do have an ability... move 3 up to 2 target adjacent enemies take 2 damage. Yeah, so let's do that for our free movement. Okay. All right, and that is that's us. There's no orange dice. Apparently this is. Apparently this is Rufus. All right. All right, so let's go over on the initiative track. So now it is the skeleton archer. So the skeleton archer, you can't make a ranged action if you are adjacent. So the skeleton archer is going to move away. So let's just do 1, 2. Now they have they are not engaged. So they are going to do 3 damage. Actually, hold on. 1, 2. Yep. So they're actually going to move here. 1, 2. Because they have multi-shot. They're going to try to move to make the most of their action. So now they have range of Maya and us. So multi-shot 2. Okay, so they're dealing 3 damage to each. Okay, so we are going to soak up all of that with Vorn. All right, and then Maya here, she's going to get hit with 3 damage. If she takes any amount of damage, she's going to get poisoned. I don't think I'm going to do that. However, her only defense is a prevent 2, so she's still going to get hit for 1. So I'm going to use Vorn. You can use abilities to defend other characters. What's cool is some of these green things, there's these symbols here. Those can be used on any, like if it's a ranged kind of spell, or if it can like hit an enemy and it doesn't specify adjacent, you can hit any enemy on the board. Or if it says prevent 3, you can use that on any ally no matter where they are. You don't need to be adjacent. It's really cool that way. So we're going to use this to prevent 3 damage going to Maya. She's not going to take anything. Nobody gets bleed. Or poison, I should say. Okay, so that was him. Let's do the Executioner. So Executioner is going to target the hero with the highest or the strongest hero, which is us. And they're going to do Cleave 2. That's not going to matter. Bleed 1 and slow. We're getting hit with 4. We're not going to be able to prevent all of that. But we are going to, I guess we can use, oh, that's self-prevent too, so we can't help out. And we can only use 1 reaction per attack. However, we could have an ally help us out. So I think, yeah, let's try. We have another prevent 3, so we're going to take 1 damage. Yeah, that camera is acting up today. So we're going to prevent 3 of that damage. So we're going to get hit with 1. We will have bleed put on us. So that's bleed. And then we're also going to have slow put on us. What is slow? Is that slow? What is the icon for slow? Let's see. Might be faster in this book. Yep, that is slow. Okay. All right, so the next time we move, we have to subtract 2 from our movement. All right, let's see. Maybe we could troubleshoot later or something. Yeah. Yeah, I restarted the machine. I think it's sometimes it just gets a little funky. Maybe I could try to swap the other camera with the, as the main one. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so that was his movement, or action. Let's go over to Maya. Okay, so Maya here, she's got some cool stuff. We are within range of both of those guys. We could move up a little bit more just to get ready to eventually go out of the door. We could try something like that. So we do have one that is rapid shots. We can basically take 2 attacks. I think I am sorry, we did not get any of these. We had a shield left. I just now noticed that. We didn't take any of this damage. We had a shield left. Oops. Okay. That's actually a good thing. Okay, so Maya here. I think we're going to do... We could try rapid shots. We got to start doing some damage to these guys. Could do precise shot plus 2 to hit, so it adds 2 to our roll. Plus 1 damage and crit equals 16 plus. Usually if you roll a nat 20, you get to double the damage from the attack. So that's pretty cool. Now it counts as if we roll a 16 or higher, that's a crit. Yeah, let's do the rapid shots. Let's do rapid shots. We'll target both of these guys. So let's first roll, and these are separate attacks. So we can attack the same one twice. We could attack both of them. Let's attack the skeleton archer. This is a +0 to hit. That is a 15. We do get a +1 to hit, so that would be 16. However, we didn't do this precise shot, so crit is still 20. But either way, we are dealing 3 damage to the skeleton archer, taking him to 6. And our second attack, let's shoot the skeleton archer again. 5. We do get a +1. That's 6. We need a 7+. Man, I'm shitting the bed here. Okay, let's do precise shot. +2 to hit, +1 damage, and crit is 16+. 6. We do get a +1. That's 7. 8, 9. We do get a +1 damage, so now this is 4. So we do take him down to 2. Not the best, though. Not the best. Let's go back to Vorn. All right, let's see. I've not been into cold reading rules lately. Yeah, I hear you, dude. I hear you. This one was kind of, it was a little rough for me. Watching the video first helps. Yeah. Again, Rufus, it's not too bad. There's just a bit of nuance stuff. All right, let's switch this back up. Okay, we're back to Vorn here. Okay, so we only have 1 cube left. So what happens is after we spend all of our cubes, we get all the cubes back and we have to place a curse cube, one of these black cubes. If we were to ever get 6, a 6th one, we're KO'd, we're out. If any one hero gets knocked out, we're dead. Or, is defeated, we're dead. We lose the mission. So, but what's cool is after they come back, obviously we can use those actions again. So I think we're going to try to, we do have this focus 1 and cleanse 1. Cleanse is a way to remove those black cubes, and focus is a way to start building up to these special abilities here. So we would need 2 focus to use this crossed parry, 3 focus to use this hammer crush. We only have a red left. We could do heal 2 and cleanse 1. That's prevent 3. We probably should have used a red here so we could have 1 more yellow. That's kind of... Up here we have heal 2 and cleanse 1. I think I might just use focus 1. There's not really... I should have planned that out a little bit better. All right, so let's do focus 1. Let's get a focus. And that's going to, again, allow us to be able to use these abilities and cleanse 1, but we don't have any to cleanse. So let's pull these back. And now we have to place a curse cube. I think we're going to place it over top of this Whirlwind of Steel. Self shield 2, up to 2 target adjacent enemies, 1 damage. I think so. Yeah, let's place it on that. But now we only used 1 cube, so we get to use another one. I think we use this. Yeah, let's use this bull rush. So we're going to place this. It says move up to 3. So we're going to move right in between those guys. Up to 2 target adjacent enemies take 2 damage. So this guy is taken out. He is gone. And this guy takes 2 damage. All right, so that was our second action. Now let's go over to the Executioner. So he is still going to target Vorn because he is the strongest hero. And he is doing 4 damage. So 4 damage. We don't have any shield. So now we are definitely going to take this. So I think we're going to use this blue prevent 3. So we will take 1 damage. And now we will have bleed and slow. All right. Let's go over to Maya. Maya. We can get out a pet. Maybe we get out a pet from when we move through the door. We do have a yellow cube. We could place it in here. We can do our free movement. Maybe we do that. He still has 10 health, though. It is going to go back to Vorn. I'm just trying to think of a way to not line up his cleave. let's still do it. Let's do 1, 2 as our free movement. Let's spend a... No, we're going to take that back. Let's spend a green. Move up to 3. 1, 2. We'll move here. 3. Up to 2 targets, 1 damage. Take 1 damage. And now we will spend our yellow cube to do 2 attacks here. All right. So this is Twin Strike. +0 to hit. We got 12, so that's really 13. So we deal 3 damage, taking him to 6, and then we give 2 attacks with this. 8, so that is enough. That's over 7. Do another 3 damage. Okay. Oh, I didn't get the pet out. Shit. That's fine. That's fine. All right, let's see. Nice camera angles. Andrew's getting fancy with the scrolling list and camera angles. Yeah, trying to, man. I you know, up the stream game incrementally. Very small steps. I'm digging this. Yeah, man. What are we playing tonight? Chronicles of Drunagor. Michael, what's up, dude? This game is sick. I can confirm as a fellow owner who hasn't played it yet. Yeah, man. Beerman. I love this game. Actually finished all content from the original Kickstarter, which is rare. That is awesome, man. That's cool to hear. What's up, man? It's my favorite game I don't own. I've seen this week. Rufus, pretty awesome. Okay. All right, let's go back to Vorn. Going to Vorn. Let's switch up the fancy camera angles. Okay. All right, so Vorn is here. We're going to take a bleed. So we're going to take 1 damage. Bleed goes off right away. And our first time we move, we have to subtract 2. That's fine. That's fine. Let's go. Let's use our movement. So we'll move 1. Let's get rid of this. Let's do Guarding Strike. Shield 2. +2 to hit. And +1 damage. All right, finally. This is what, Vorn's first damage? Oh no, he did some damage over here. So he got 10. All right. He had +1 damage. So he actually is dealing 3 + 1. He's dealing 4. That is this guy taken out. All right. Taken out. We do have one more action. Maybe we get another focus and cleanse. Yeah, let's do that. So focus 1. Can flip this to 2. Now we can do our crossed parry, self, prevent all damage. It's a reaction. And then we also cleanse 1. So we're going to remove this. Oh, you can't even see. So we did this right here. Battle focus. Focus 1, which we flip this to 2. These are double-sided. You got a 1 side and a 2 side on the other side. So we can do this cross parry, and then we also cleanse 1. So that's how we remove these black cubes. All right. We're at 13. Okay, that was our second cube action. Let's go over to Maya. She's got 1 left. Activate an eagle or wolf pet. Yes. So whenever it says activate, if you don't have any pets out, or even if you do, if you want to activate or like summon a different one, that's how you would do that. So let's get a wolf out. Let's place the wolf in an adjacent spot. Let's just place it here. Pets activate directly after your turn, whoever, summoned them. And we do have a wolf card right here. The wolf has 4 movement, does 1 attack, and it also has bleed 1, so if it deals damage. But the pets only have 1 health. If they are ever, just hit with 1 measly damage, they are defeated. So that was all of our cubes. Let's get these back, and let's place a curse cube. It says, best friends, whenever you roll a 16+, activate one of your pets. That's pretty cool. We could get rid, at least put it in here, of the precision, +1 hit. Let's just put it in his best friends. We can always just heal it afterwards. And I think we might actually do that now. Let's actually use the blue. It says heal 2. We don't need to heal, and cleanse 1. So we've removed that now. Okay, the wolf is going to go. We're just going to have the wolf go right up there. Okay. Let's go over to Vorn. Vorn only has 1 left. I think we're going to do a... Should we do heal 2 just to be at full health? Open up the door? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do heal 2. Back up to 15. Cleanse 1. We don't need a cleanse. Let's get these back. Now we'll place a black cube. Let's place it on that whirlwind of steel again. All right, I say we open up the door. Let's go open up the door. So we're going to move here. Minor action, we're going to open up the door. All right. So it says the cabin in the forest. You push past your enemies, and it's pretty cool. If you guys don't know, the doors have, the additional setup for the scenario. Has some, flavor text, and it tells you how to set up like the enemies and stuff. It's pretty cool. So it says you push past your enemies, advancing through the bushes. Ahead, a small clearing serves as a garden for a hut. You can see the silhouettes of 2 people through the broken windows, conjured by the flickering light of candles. Stay away! I'm not afraid of you! You hear an old lady snarl at unwanted visitors. Stay away! I'm not afraid of you! However, it seems that your arrival has diverted their attention away from the woman. After all, determination glows in your eyes, and you are not a helpless grandma. Amen. All right. So let's do the additional setup. Oh, more story text. You can play these as one-offs. Rufus. Let's see. 16 plus, so we will never see a pet. That's right. No. That was... We can still activate them, just no additional activations. But I see what you're trying to say. Checked out. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Okay. So let's do this additional setup. We have this board placed. We're going to place it just like this. Might have to move some stuff around. Let's place this like this. And then we also have this dungeon tray too. So we have a little bit of elevation here. And we're going to place this right over top of this. Just like that. Okay, so this should be still, yeah, enough. Okay, there you go. Okay, so we have a Shadow Cultist rookie. Let's place in. This is the Shadow, not that guy. Shadow Cultist, that is... Alright, Shadow Cultist, he's going to go here. That is this guy, Shadow Cultist. We're just going to put him just like this. He has 9 health. And we need a random white monster. All right, we got a Gremlin Horde. I believe this is one from the expansion or the stretch goals. He's going to go under here. He's actually going after Maya. That's crazy. All right, Gremlin Horde. Let's place him as the yellow. He's going to go right here. Gremlin Horde. And then we also need... chest. Get some loot. Chest is going to go right here. And we also need a random gray monster. Rookie. All right. All right, and that's going to be a Hellspawn Brute. Hellspawn Brute. I believe this is the guy. All right, Hellspawn Brute. He's going to start up here. And he is going to go below this. Oh, it's kind of awkward. Just place it down there. Okay. He has 12 health. And the Shadow Cultist has 9. And the Gremlin Horde has 6. All right. Now let's look to see what their abilities... I guess let's finish the setup. So it says, Special Rule, Cultist Summoner. At the beginning of the Shadow Cultist activation, right after it suffers the effects of any of its conditions, so like if it has bleed or something like that, after it takes those, you must draw a rune, place the darkness tile shown on it following the standard behavior. If the Shadow Cultist is on darkness, it must be placed next to darkness connected to the Shadow Cultist. So basically, this cultist is going to be summoning the darkness. All right. So he has, the cultist, he is ranged. He has Burn 1 and Curse 1. So if he deals damage to us and he is attacking with 4, he's going to put Burn on us and he is going to place a Curse Cube on us. He is immune to poison. The Gremlin Horde here, Swarm. We got to look at what in Swarm. We got to have to look at what Swarm does. So let's get this out. So Swarm. Says swarm monsters are tiny creatures that join together form a single being, and thus they have no vital points in their body. Such creatures suffer only half damage rounded up after prevent reductions have been applied of all attacks that hit them. Okay, 2 intimidated, and she attacks a monster that has swarm and 1 shield token using a 6 damage attack. The monster would suffer only 2 points of damage in the end. 6 minus 2. Minus 1, okay. 1 shield token. Okay, such creatures suffer only half damage rounded up. Okay. Okay, and then also enrage and knock down. Okay. Enrage. Enrage. Some monsters have a taste for battle that grows as they inflict wounds on their enemies. Whenever a monster possessing this ability as collateral damage can reduce a character's health or remove a special character, pet, companion, or any kind of ally from play and attack, it gains a +1 damage. Okay. And also has knock down. Knock down. Let's see. Target receives knockdown token. Unlike other condition, knockdown does not take effect at the beginning. It lingers until it is removed. Instead, the next time the affected character receives a move effect, it cancels that effect and removes their knockdown token from the board. Okay. All right. All right. Only 6 health, but he's kind of like an annoying guy. He's doing 4 damage too. He is melee, but he is going last. So he's taking half rounded up. Enrage. If he takes out somebody, he does +1 damage. But why would he do that if he doesn't have another attack? Is it an ongoing effect? Did I forget to read that part? Let's see. All right, let's see. Oh, it gains a +1 damage token. I see. I see. Okay, let's see. All right. +1 damage token. Okay. And those tokens are, let's see. Yeah, I haven't faced off against that guy yet. Even if I did, I probably would have forgot everything that what all the tokens mean and stuff. I think they're right here. +1 damage. All right, that's this right here. Oh, and they can stack too. Oh, sick. Okay. All right. And this other guy has Warcry, Cleave 2. So we already saw Cleave and Burn 1. Okay, and what is Warcry? Let's take a look. Let's see. Watched Beetlejuice recently, wrote down all the cool sayings. Yeah, I thought you were you posting? No, I think that was Dimitri posting some Beetlejuice stuff in the Discord. Yeah, yeah. Or was it you, Matt? I forgot. Come for your daughter, Chuck. Oh, yeah, so it was Dimitri, yeah. The Beetlejuice meme. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That one's funny, Matt. You got to check that out. Okay. Warcry, that is... Warcry is a triggered ability that some monsters possess. When activated, each other monster within range 1 of this monster enrages and gains +1 damage permanently. Holy smokes. Okay. All right. I think we're good. I think. Okay. So it is still our turn. We only used 1 cube action. We placed a curse, and then we opened up the door. So we can move again. This is water, so as soon as we enter water, we have to subtract a movement. We do have this cross parry, prevent all damage. We do have 2 shield. Maybe we just kind of shield up right now. Let them move closer to us. We could jump in there. He's melee. This guy, he has 4 movement though. Where's that other card right here? This guy is melee. This guy's melee. This guy's ranged. This guy's 3 movement. So 1, 2, 3. So as long as we're not here, he won't be able to get us. Okay. So I guess we could at least... We would take attacks from both of those guys, though. Is there any kind of move? Yeah, I mean, I guess we could do this. Join the fray. How many movement? How much movement did we do? I think we only did 1. I think we were here. Even if we're here, 1, 2... We could do 3 to jump in. That opening the door was a minor action, so it doesn't stop our movement. So we could actually do that, but then he would do 1, 2, 3. I guess he still wouldn't be able to get us. Okay. So if we do 1 more movement to get in there, I think that was the case. And then we can do... Yeah, we actually could do that. Join the fray, shield 2, and move 2. So that'd be 1, 2. We'll go up to there, right? And since we're using a red, we could do a ranged attack, trying to take him out. He does have the swarm. So he's taking half rounded up. 2 damage. I think that's okay. Yeah, let's do it. So we'll spend the last movement. We will spend a red cube. Spend a red cube into join the fray. We get a +2 shield. Let's go 1, 2. And since we are using a red cube, we are within range. And we get a +0 to hit. 1. Dude, Vorn is that's a critical miss. Oh my god. Alright, Vorn is he's not feeling it today. Vorn is not having a good day. Shadow Cultist. So the Shadow Cultist is going to summon some darkness. So let's draw a rune. Let's see. Yeah, I wanted to get this when it was out, but damn, the VAT was insane for everyone outside the US. Yeah. Yeah, I heard that about this one. I'm sorry, man. That sucks. Alright, so we got this rune. Let's see what kind of design it is. So the crazy thing about this darkness is, I don't know how I feel about this yet. It's got a whole bunch of different shapes. So it's kind of cool, like if there's enough space for it to, you know, kind of move around the board. So it can really spread sometimes. But like other times like this, it's kind of silly that we're spawning it under this. We obviously can't fit this shape. So it's going to try to go after the strongest hero. So we can't fit this shape on the board, right? So this is going to get broken down into 3 different pieces. So he's essentially spawning the darkness. So it's coming after us right there. So it's spreading around. Did I just read you say that it was a great game that's sitting on your shelf? Yeah, man. Yeah. Okay, so that got broken down. Let's place this over here. Now he is going to move. So he is going to move 3 times. So he only needs to move once to get onto here. Now, since he is on darkness, they get a +2 damage to their attacks. So he's attacking for 4 damage. So he's actually attacking for 6, which is crazy. But we know we're not going to get attacked by this guy. He only has 3 movement. 1, 2, 3. So he's not going to be able to hit us. This gremlin horde is going to be able to hit us. If we get hit by this guy, so if we don't block all 6 of this damage, we're going to take a burn, and we're going to take have a curse cube placed on us. We have to soak up the 4. We don't have a choice. And we have to block 2. I think we just block the 2. Prevent 2. Or prevent 3. I'm sorry. So we block all of that. We block all of that. Okay. So that was his turn. This guy's going to go. He has War Cry. So this guy is within... And I believe that puts another damage. He's going to get an extra damage. Place on him. Let's place it on his card right there. And he has Cleave 2 and Burn 1. So if he could attack 2 adjacent heroes. So he's going to move 1, 2, 3. Let's place it right there. That guy was not within range of the War Cry. And I believe that was War Cry. Each other monster within range 1, yep, gains a +1 damage permanently. Okay. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Okay. All right. That was his turn. Let's go to Maya. Maya is all the way back here. So that's not good. We have 3 free movement. So 1, 2, 3. We're out of range still. I guess we could use suppression shots to move into this. They are within range at that point. We got to take out the cultist, I think. I think the cultist is the most annoying. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. So 1, 2, 3. Let's spend our green. It says move 3. And then up to 2 targets, infinite range, take 1 damage. So we are going to do... So we have 3 movement. So 1, 2 to go into there. And I think we're going to go back here. No. Yeah, why not? Yeah, we'll go to there. Up to 2 targets take 1 damage. So let's give that to the Shadow Cultist, and we will hit. We'll hit the big guy for 1. Okay, now we have one more action. I think we're going to do a precise shot. +2 to hit. We get +1 damage. And crit is 16 plus. Come on, baby. Yes! What's up? Alright, so we rolled a 15. We get +1 to hit. We get a +2 to hit anyway, so this actually was 18. So we get a +1 damage, so we're doing 4 damage times 2, so we're dealing 8 damage. That is just enough to take this cultist out. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, actually, yeah, that was fine. We do have a -2 to hit because we are 1 level lower, but that's fine because we still were at 18. -2, we're at 16. Okay, sweet. Okay. All right, we took them out. What's also really cool about that is no more darkness. No more darkness. Let's see. I consider it being played if it's just punching out. No, it's a half a play. It's a half a play. If you get out your game, you fiddle through the components, check it out. Maybe you set it up. You move some stuff around, read the rules. That's a half play. That's a half play. Or punching it as a half play. Finally able to make it to the stream. Chronicles of Drunagor is a favorite playing as I watch. Eric, that's awesome, man. Glad you could make the stream, man. That's so cool that you're playing as well. Awesome. What scenario are you playing? 15 + 1 + 2 -2 quick math. Yeah, man. Yeah, Call of Duty. Yeah, right. Okay. All right. So that was I think that was our 2 cubes. Yeah, we played a green and this. Wolf gets to go. So let's do 1, 2, 3. Wolf's going right there. He is adjacent. Don't need a roll. So the disadvantage from being on a lower ground doesn't take effect. So the wolf is going to deal 1 damage to that guy. Just have to check to see. Yep, he just can't get burned and can't get knocked down. That's it. All right. So he is going to take 1 damage and have bleed placed on him. What's up, dude? Oh, wolf's getting in some damage. This shadow cultist is out. I'll put that extra damage away. It's the first expansion built into the campaign, The Ruin of Lucanor. Very cool. Very cool. That's awesome, man. So far, I've been enjoying it. It's hard for me to not like games, though. I can usually appreciate a lot, or some things about all games. But there are some, that really stand out. I got to play this a few more times, but I do like this whole cube system. It's fun. It's fun. How many heroes are you playing with, Eric? Are you just playing by yourself with multiple heroes? Okay, that was Maya. Let's go to the Gremlin Horde. All right. So the Swarm, I have to just check. I believe the Swarm was the... Okay. Yeah, that only means that he takes half damage rounded up. Okay. And then Enrage. Oh, so if he deals damage, or if he, let's see. As they inflict wounds, whenever a monster possessing this ability as collateral damage can reduce a character's health or remove a special character, it gets a +1 damage token. Okay, all right. And then he also has knockdown. Okay, so he is going to go after Vorn, still the strongest. He's going to move through. He can move up to 4. He's dealing 4 damage. Unfortunately, well, I guess we could use crossed parry on our... Vorn does have this as a reaction. Self prevent all damage. Yeah, let's use it. I was gonna save up to do a hammer crush plus 3 hit, uh, and another plus 3 hit plus 2 damage. That's pretty sick. But I think I'm gonna. I don't want to get knocked down. I guess I could stay here, but I don't want to because then he'll be able to move next to here and do his cleave. So I don't want to do that. So we did spend that to prevent all damage. It is our turn. Vorn. Let's see. Dude, Vorn has to... He's got to wake up, man. He has been swinging and missing like crazy. All right, let's do our free... Do we take them out now? Let's take out the big boy. 1, 2. Minor action. Let's get the chest. Minor action. Let's see what it is. Scroll of Incinerate. Discard to 2 damage to any person on the board and burn 4. What's up? We're going to keep that. We're going to hang on to that. And then it doesn't stop our movement since it's a minor action. We'll move the 3, and now we will spend this. Let's do Shield 2, Guardian Strike. Shield 2, plus 2 to hit, plus 1 damage. There we go. Plus 2 to hit. And I do believe... Yeah, I do believe that that is a... You don't need to actually roll the 20 or the 16, right? Like this, she needed a crit 16 plus. I believe that's just anytime you get within, 20, even if that has additional, like the plus 2 to hit. Let me just see here. Because I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Is it on here? It might be on here. If you roll X or more on your D20 during an attack roll. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I think I messed up. Oh no. That would be okay. We still wouldn't have gotten to the shadow cultist. Oh no. Oh no. Eric. Yeah, you might be right now that I'm thinking about it. Let's see. Yeah, it is. Okay. Shit. Alright, Shadow Cultist is... So we didn't get a crit with her. We rolled a 15. Yeah, we rolled a 15. Shit. Alright, so he's still on the board. Oh yeah, so it was right there. Damn it. Alright, well, at least we caught it. So he was at... Oh, damn. We did 1 damage. We did 1 damage with her, 1 damage here. And I think we did 8. I don't think it was at 7. I think he was at 8. So we actually just did 4. All right, well... And if that was the case, then we are going to take out the cultist now. Yeah. All right, so we rolled a 19. Yeah. Okay, so we did the shield 2, plus 2 to hit. Don't need to worry about it. Plus 1 damage, so we're doing 3 damage plus that. So we just take him out now. We just take him out now. Yeah, it sucks, dude. At first I thought it was... Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Mike. Matt, what's going on? Hi, all. What's going on? Not much, man. Just playing some Chronicles of Drunagor. How's it going, man? No more for him before a big day. Yeah, thank you, Eric. Thank you, Beerman, too. Thank you. Yeah, we were close. Yeah, I got a 15 with her. For some reason I just thought with totaling it all together, but it makes more sense. A natural roll. Yeah, okay. Either way, we just took him out now. We just took him out now. Okay, that was yeah, we did the 3 free movement. We did the chest, right? Didn't interrupt our movement. So we only spent 1 cube. I guess we can just do a cleave 2. We can just do this arching swing. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Cleave 2, but we're not at... no, we can't do any more movement. Shit. Yeah, okay. I would say we could go right here to do the cleave, but that's okay. So we'll just stay right here. This is a +3 to hit. There we go. Natural 20. What's up? All right, so we deal 6 damage. 6 damage. Going to 4. That's what's up. Okay. We have totally redeemed ourselves. Okay, so that was Warren. Shadow Cultist is out this time for real now. Bleed is going to take a damage. Bleed's coming off. Okay, Warcry, that is going to take effect. So that is, this guy is going to get a +1 damage. The Gremlin Horde. And can he move? Yes, he can. He can move. Oh. So this is one of those situations. He's on darkness. They're going to prioritize darkness. I am the strongest hero. Here could be, he could hit both of the heroes. I think he's going to just stay here. He can still do cleave on the wolf and us. I think he's just going to stay there. On the darkness, they get that +2 extra damage. Yeah, I think so. I don't think he'll move here, even though he could hit both of the heroes. He won't be on darkness. Let's just say he's going to stay on top of this darkness right here. Matthew Rose, thank you so much for the 5. I think I want to talk to Barbara. No, you don't need to talk to Barbara. Just say it. Thank you so much, Matt. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's say he stays there. Let's say that. So he's going to attack both of us with 6 damage. So he is taking the wolf out. Wolf is taken out. We're getting hit for 6. We have 2 shield here, so we're getting hit for 4. We have 1 cube left. Yeah, let's just reduce this. Prevent 3, so we're getting hit for 1. And that is going to also put a burn on us. 1 burn. Okay, let's bring our cubes back. Let's place a curse. I think we're going to place it on this divert. We still have 2 prevents over here. So we're good to get rid of another prevent. I think that's okay. All right, let's go to Maya. Maya has 2 left. One, 2, 3. We could go right there. Yeah, I think so. 1, 2, 3. Now we have range of both of those guys. I think we do... Okay, here's what we're going to do. So we're going to do rapid shots. All right. So we get a +0 to hit on both of these. Let's first prioritize this guy right here. Oh, shit, I didn't roll this die either. All right, there's a blank for the chest. All right, we got 19. So that is, we didn't use the precise shot, which gives us crit on a 16 plus. So we did hit. So we are targeting them. We deal 3 damage. He is taken out. And now we're going to attack that guy right there. 20. What's up? So we're dealing 6 damage. He only takes half. He only takes half. Okay. Now as our last action, we are going to do a bear trap. So we're going to place this bear trap. It goes in the middle of the area. So we're going to place that right there. So it says the traps, whenever a enemy moves into that area or an enemy activates within that area, they get 2, let's see, center of an area that is adjacent to your area. The first time an enemy activates within that area or moves into that area, the trap is triggered. All enemies inside that area are affected by the trap. Then remove the trap token. Bear trap, which is what we placed. When triggered, it deals 2 non-preventable damage and bleed 2 to each enemy affected by it. Holy, what's going on here? Nice models, honk honk. Rufus, thank you so much for the 5, man. I don't know, it's a big decision. I always said if I ever did it, I was going to do it. On sure, go ahead. Super chat spam. Mike, dude, what's going on, guys? You guys are awesome, man. Thank you so much, Mike, for the 5. Everybody else, too. Rufus, Matt, you guys are super cool. Thank you so much. It means a lot. It's a good day. It's a really good day. Mythic Battles Ragnarok came in. I'm super pumped about that. Tainted Grail got here. We're playing Chronicles of Drunagor finally, right? Crazy. Now you guys, thank you so much. Okay, so that was our last cube. Let's get these back. Let's place a curse. And let's do, oh, I did think we missed the pet activation because we did cleanse this whenever you roll a 16 plus. Oh no, that was a 15, that's right. And we didn't have the pet out this time for the 20. Okay, all right. So that was our turn. Let's activate the Gremlin Horde. Now, this is a question that I have. So, non-preventable damage and the Swarm. Only suffer half damage rounded up after prevent reductions. Okay. Only suffer half damage. So, I'm assuming that they're taking 2 non-preventable damage. I guess they're only going to take 1. I guess so. Let's just be on the safe side. So they're going to take, only suffer half damage. So yeah, let's just do that. Let's just remove 1 from the bear trap. It triggers since they activated within that. And also place a bleed 2. And bleed 2 to each enemy affected by it. Okay. They are dealing an additional damage. Alright, so who are they attacking? They are attacking still Vorn here. So they're going to move 1, 2 to get on top of darkness. So they are dealing 4, 5 with the +1 damage, 6, 7. They're dealing 7 damage to Vorn. Holy smokes. Yeah, we're just going to try to prevent some of that, right? Prevent 3 over here. We are preventing 4, so we go down to 10. And so they're going to get another, since they dealt some damage, this is going to go to a +2 attack. And then they're also going to do knockdown. So we are knocked down. So we cannot move away. What is going on? You guys. Dimitri with the 2 $2, Bob. Dimitri, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. What's going on, you guys? You guys just having a good day, too? Let's check out the juice and see what shakes loose. Matt with the quotes. Steven with the 10. Just stopping in to say hello, good evening, and good night. Game looks great. Steven, thank you so much, man. You guys are awesome. Seriously, thank you so much, Steven. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Dimitri, what's going on, man? What's going on? Quick maths. You guys are too good, man. You guys are too good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Seriously means a lot. Okay. All right. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, guys. Okay. So they did damage to us. $5, Bob. They did damage to us. We are knocked down. The fans have spoken. Drunagor brings in the dough. Brings in the fans. Yeah. Yeah, Rufus is on top of the stats, man. Okay, that was the Gremlin Horde's turn. Vorn's turn. Vorn is going to take this burn damage. All right, going to 9. That's going to remove. Okay, let's just finish this guy off. So let's do shield 2. Shield 2. +2 to hit. Let's get a nat 20. Ah, it's close. 18. +1 damage. So we deal 4 damage. 4 damage. So he was at 2. He was at 2, right? What's the replay? Yes, he was. Okay. So, yep. So he took half. We did 4. He took 2 damage. Okay. And that was, we took him out. We took him out. Yeah, Rufus is the insider. Yeah, that's right. That's right. True statement. You think is how I found you. See? See? Rufus wasn't lying. Data Miner Pro. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So that was the last enemy taken out. So let's look to see what happens. I'm trying to reach out to you by your car's extended warranty. Yeah, man. Okay. Not this book. Let's see. All right. So it says... All right. Where was the bag? Okay. Oh, it was this right here. Yeah. So this door said, when the last enemy is defeated, read special event A Sweet Old Lady on page 10. All right. So here we go. A Sweet Old Lady. You deliver the final blow to the last of the invaders, and finally the surroundings seem safe to you. As their otherworldly screams fade into echoes, they are replaced by the shouts of villagers calling to each other in the dark. The battle has been won. Taking advantage of the calm, you approach your host, an older woman and a little girl. Naturally, they don't seem as calm as you are. After all, facing crazed men and unearthed skeletons is not part of everyday life in the country. Go away, shouts the old woman, brandishing a knife in your direction as soon as you take the first step towards them. Open the book of interactions to page 5. And we must choose one option and proceed to its resolution. All right. So this is page 5. So we have 3 options here. Try to calm the lady down, step away and leave them alone, or talk to the girl. What do you guys want to do? What do you guys want to do? I'll leave it up to you. Try to calm the lady down, talk to the girl, or step away and leave them alone. What do you guys want to do? I'll leave it up to you guys. Any thoughts? What are we thinking? I don't think I want to step away and leave them alone. I don't think I want to do that. I'm kind of leaning between, yeah, try to calm the lady down or talk to the girl. Talk to the girl? Talk to the girl. Okay. Okay. All right, let's do talk to the girl. All right, so number 1. And I was having a hell of a time trying to figure out, okay, we chose this. Where do we flip to next? It's in the back of this book. Actually, it's not in the back of this. It's in the back of the storybook. All right, let's see. Not this. Okay, here we go. Okay, talk to the girl. Seeing that the girl is terrified, you kneel next to her and greet her, asking how she is doing. The older woman pulls the girl even closer, as if to protect her. She'll be fine. Go away. They're in the fireplace. There's our family There. Oh, okay. She'll be fine. Go away. There, in the fireplace. There's our family's jewelry. Take it for your service and leave us alone. She shouts at you, still pointing the knife in your direction. You face a dilemma. As a group, you and your partners must choose one option and proceed to its resolution. In case of a split decision, the party leader has the power to choose which of the tied choices will be taken. Collect the jewelry and walk away. Insist on talking to the girl. She pulled a knife. She's got to go. Yeah, we still have some cubes left. We can make that happen. Precise shot right to her face. She's got to go. Oh, Ron says, I know what happens with 1, so I say 2. Oh, too late, dude. Too late. Push them both in the... Jesus. Kick that old bag to the curb. All right. Insist on talking to the girl then? Or collect the jewelry and walk away? Collect the jewelry and walk away, I would assume, is we'll probably get some more loot. Fighter jugular. Don't take their jewelry. Yeah. We don't want to go that route, right? We don't want to be that kind of party. I wonder if there's kind of like a bad reputation. All right, so insist on talking to the girl. Yeah, let's maybe do that. Yeah, let's do that. All right, let's do 5. Insist on talking to the girl. Realizing that the older woman's zeal results from despair, you ignore her and insist on talking to the girl. Outraged, the older woman carries out her threat. Oh, man. Why do I listen to you guys? And in a fit of fury, she stabs at you, forcing you to back down. She pulls the girl out of the cabin in a hurry, and all that's left of your meeting is a deep wound in your shoulder. And a teddy bear that got lost in its owner's escape. Oh, man. Tore us up. Oh, man. Take the teddy bear card from the adventure deck. That's all we get is a teddy bear. And read end of the adventure, the right thing on page 10. Oh my god. Alright. Where is the... Was it in this? It might have been in this deck. I don't know. Somehow I don't... There it is. Teddy bear. Okay, whenever you draw a chess card, draw 2 cards and keep one of them. Discard the other. It's not terrible. Could have been so much more. No good deed. Only one must survive. Yeah. She must go, yeah. I know. Yeah, the old woman knew what was up. I mean, I just saved the whole, I just saved the villagers. She wants to stab us. All right. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Can't please them all. Can't please them all. All right, so we got the teddy bear. And then we would just proceed with the camp step in which we would, heal curses, get our cubes back, heal up the max health. There we could kind of swap out gear and do things of that nature. Then we would just go on to the, I guess let's read the end of the, it said page 10, right? All right. End of adventure, the right thing. A little later, you rejoin your host in the village square. As around him, a caravan of just over 24 people begins to form. Hurriedly, men and women pile everything they own onto a few carts that are there. Let's see. I saw how you left after hearing that desperate scream, my friend. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first time I've seen even a small smile on your face. He tells you while you help the villagers with their preparations. And you are calmer, even if you didn't realize it at first. Back there, you recall you forgot your anguish and focused only on helping, choosing virtue, and doing what was right. Acting like that was always natural for you, but now you can see that you had started to give up this conduct. I wouldn't dare tell you what's best for you, as I believe it's up to each of us to figure that out. However, I can see that you want to move on, and maybe the cure for you isn't brooding over what was. The priest throws into the air. Few people I've seen run towards a scream in the dark. The adventure ends here. You may now proceed to camp phase and read after the adventure, The Road to Black River. So we will just read that, and then what I'm thinking is, we'll just do the camp phase, on my own time. We don't have that much. We will gain something down here. So let's just read after the adventure, The Road to Black River. Yeah, I guess we could read that. So it says, let me get a drink first here. Oh, what is going on? Eric with the 5. Well, too bad there isn't a Drunagor insert, or I would be making one of those for you as well. Teddy bear. Eric, thank you so much for the 5, man. I appreciate that, dude. It means a lot. Hey, you guys are awesome. Matt with another 5. I'm feeling a little anxious, if you know what I mean. It's been 600 years after all. I wonder where a guy, an everyday Joe like myself, can find a little action. Matt with another 5. Dude, thank you so much, Matt. I appreciate that. Dude, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much, guys. All right. You guys got to stop. Should have rolled up her house like, hey, it's me again. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Mike, thank you so much, guys. Seriously, it means a lot. Thank you so much. It's me again, mother. Bust down the door. Okay, after the adventure, The Road to Black River. When the caravan stops to rest in the middle of the night and the camp has been raised, a parish priest sits by your side and admires at the crackling bonfire with you. What happened to your dearest one and what you saw just now are coincidences. Stories like these have been repeated across the land for the past few weeks, explained the priest. The woods are no longer safe. Many people have strayed from the path, and the villages are suffering from incursions. There are not enough soldiers, and not all places have well-trained militias prepared in time. Something is wrong. You listen in silence, keeping your gaze steady on the embers as you fan them with a stick. The air is freezing cold. Black River is one of those places. The mayor has warned us to seek refuge far away in Valaria, because he cannot protect us. However, I think that it is in times of greatest difficulty that we need to stay together, and that is precisely why we're going there, to help with what we can, he continued. You've been wandering the crooked roads looking for something, and even you don't know what it is. But seeing what I saw back there, I'm sure you already have what you're looking for inside yourself. You cannot see this because you have chosen to wander the crooked roads, and that is normal. Throughout my life, I have seen people like you come and go through my parish, and I am sure by helping Black River deal with their problems, you'll be helping yourself deal with yours. Isn't it worth a try? Having said his piece, the priest went silent. Even though you didn't exchange another word for the rest of the night, you knew perfectly well what you were going to do next. Oh my goodness, dude, what is going on, you guys? I just read Rufus's comment. Dimitri, thank you so much. $5 Bob. Dimitri, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it a lot, dude. Thank you. Careful, if Andrew gets a taste for this kind of money, he might switch from board games to OnlyFans. Oh, man, that's hilarious. See, now you can get Roth. Yeah. I'll back it. I'll back it now, Mike. I'll back it now. Like you said, Chronicles of Drunagor just brings it out. Super underrated game. I have been enjoying it. Yeah, I do like the cube activation system. It's been a lot of fun. A bearded board game beast, Rufus. Yeah, man. Call of Duty, bro. Board games, sign me up. Ron with the 5. Knew you could pull out a W. Yeah, man. Got the win, dude. That was sick. Let's put that family locket back. We got the win, guys. We got the win. So, yeah, that is the game. And then next chapter is the Blackwater scenario. So, I am going to play another game of this relatively soon. As I mentioned before, I don't know if I'm going to switch up the characters or not. I do like these characters, but I'm sure there's going to be plenty to like about all the characters. So I don't know if I'm going to mix and match. We'll see. If that is the case, and it does say at the end of that you would gain it says the reward. Each player chooses and unlocks a level 1 hero skill or dungeon roll skill for their hero. So we have like some other skills. These are double-sided. Level 1s and level 2s. So we could just choose stuff like command to strike, move 3, activate one of your pets. And what's cool about this is they each have different colors. So if we were to choose like this coordinated strike, +0 to hit, so we could attack twice. And then we could also activate one of our pets. If we take this and slot it, since this is a red symbol, we get to also get another red cube. So pretty cool. So that's a way we can get more cubes and get some good stuff. We probably will. We might end up taking this. We'll see, though. We'll see. I'll probably just do this off camera. We'll see what we take. Do this for both of them. Just to, get back up the max health. Get our cubes back. Remove the curses. Stuff like that. So, yeah. But super fun. It's a relatively easy game. I also do really like how easy it is to kind of manage the enemies with their movement and stuff like that. They just prioritize to just get it right up next to you. It's not that difficult. Or if there is darkness out here, to get out onto the darkness. The only thing I will say, it's got a lot of keywords. I think once you start playing a few times, you're going to start to understand the keywords. Like I already know what cleave is now, curse, stuff like that. So it's not too complicated, but mixing in some of these other monsters, especially the random ones, you can get new monsters that you don't have much experience with. You're going to have to reference some keywords sometimes. But that's basically it. Other than that, I think it's really cool. Again, I do like this cube activation. I think it's fun. You already activated this, so you can't until you remove it by a recall of some sort. And you can do a recall before you spend all of your cubes, as long as you only have 2 of each or 1 of each color, 2 or less colors, I should say. So even though we have 3 cubes here, we only have 2 colors. So we can actually do what is it called? A willing recall. So if for some reason we wanted to perform this action, but it was already full, we only have 2 colors here. We can do a willing recall. We'd still have to place a curse cube, but now we can perform that action faster. So I do like that. It's super cool. But yeah, I think it's fun. I do think it's fun. Just FYI, next chapter is super long, so everyone get your coffee ready. That's fine, man. That's fine. This was a relatively shorter one. It's like entry level, right? That's good to know, though, Eric. Thank you for telling me. How do the enemies scale based on player count? So the scaling of the enemies, I guess let's just look. The book is probably a little bit bigger. Where is it? Right here. So they just add more monsters, essentially. It's not like there is like bosses that get multiplied by the number of heroes on the board or number of players. But you can see here from this setup, like this is for, let me take off the, let me put on the focus. All right, so you can see here that the, let me take this away. Sorry guys, sorry. All right, so this is the board. So you can see above this dotted line, this is for like solo. So it's a white monster, skeleton archer. So it specifies the skeleton archer rookie. So we're just gonna place that right up there, right? So this would be for 2 players. So 2+, it is a random gray monster, rookie. So that would just go in G2. And then you can see for 3+, right, 4+. So there's just more monsters. More monsters. The white monsters are the weakest, then gray monsters, then the black monsters. And so they get pretty dirty. I mean, if you have multiple gray monsters on there, you know, I could see that getting pretty tough. Especially with the rule implemented about 1 minor action per turn. I think that's probably a good rule to implement. Instead of you doing like multiple different things, you do a chest, open up a door, also do your, I forget what this ability is called if you have it saved up enough. So I do like that rule. I don't know. And then plus they did add, again, like if you wanted to mix it up even more, they do have alternate sides you can use that are probably a little bit stronger. I'd have to double check. So you can mix it up in other ways. Yeah, I don't think they mix. Yeah. So yeah, very cool. Very cool stuff. But I think it just flows. I think this is an easy game or a game to easily play with multiple heroes if you're just playing by yourself, or you know if you know you're playing with somebody else but you want to do more heroes. You know, I think it's a game that easily control more than one hero instead of doing true solo. And I'm glad I did this. I could even see it being a lot of fun to just have 3 heroes. You know, it's not too complicated. It's really not. I mean, your stat, like everything you need to know is just placed right on here on these boards. So it's really you know, user friendly, I'll say. But yeah, and I might have missed some stuff, but you know, it is what it is. As long as you don't, yeah, right, right. Some more so than others. Yeah, man. So yeah, that is the game. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, I did just get in Mythic Battles Ragnarok. I'm not going to say what we're doing for the rest of the week. I feel like every time I've been saying that lately, something has been happening, and I haven't been able to get to a certain video. So Kings of Ruin is on the high priority list. So is Mythic Battles Ragnarok. I was talking with my wife. She was interested in playing maybe a game, and we were talking about Mythic Battles Ragnarok. So we'll see. But I definitely want to still experience the solo. That is one of my most anticipated games. So I'm so happy it's here. So there's a lot more to dive into, like I said. And I am going to get another playthrough or 2 of this game. I don't know if I'm going to do an unboxing for Ragnarok. We'll see. We'll see. So to be determined. But, you know, there's going to be more. Plenty more. So yeah, guys, we'll call it there. Yeah, thank you everybody for keeping it hype. As Dimitri said, seriously, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless, man. You guys are too good to me. Too good to me. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And if you haven't yet, please give the video a like. Seriously helps out the video on the channel. Think about subscribing. If you do want to support even more, have access to get access to the Discord. I have a Patreon page. Link is in the description. And yeah, I will see you guys at some other point this week. Definitely more streams coming up this week. So I know I love you. I know. And I love you guys too, man. Seriously. It does seriously mean a lot to me. Thank you guys. So Roth, and we're good. Yeah. And Roth. I got to get Roth. So guys, thank you so much. Have a good rest of your night. I will see you later on this week. Guys on the Discord, I will catch you there. Okay, I know. I got you. All right, guys. Peace out.